IT background, like you already mentioned. I used to work for Google, and I've had a couple of IT jobs after that. My main job at Google was.
Hi, Mauricio Garcia here, and I have the privilege today to have a conversation with a woman who is really passionate about what she's doing and very passionate about empowering women. So we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship, business, and how she changed paradigms, but not just paradigms, she changed careers to accomplish even bigger things in her life. She is an IT professional. She's worked for Fortune 500 companies like Google and is now on her way in a short period of time to break the six-figure income working at HGI. Shabnam, thank you for the opportunity to hear your story, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much. It's been an adventurous year of 2020, and I'm excited to be sitting here and talking with you today.
You know, as I learn more about you and your story, and knowing that there is this taboo about maybe women not necessarily being the managers of money in the home, where in many cases and in many cultures they kind of let that job for the husband. You saw an opportunity with HCI, and maybe one of the things that you gravitated towards the opportunity is the fact that you could learn about money. Tell us more about, in other words, what I'm trying to get to is if that's one of the biggest things that you saw in this opportunity that you decided to join.
Sure, Mauricio. So I come from an IT background, like you already mentioned. I used to work for Google, and I've had a couple of IT jobs after that. My main job at Google was, I was working with resellers to help them, get maximum exposure out of their, a buck. Mm-hmm. And I had a team of 4 people. Our target used to be around $3 to $4 million every quarter, but this used to be for the company. Mm-hmm. Now, what we would get in return, and that's true for most IT companies, is salary plus bonus and maybe sometimes some benefits. Mm-hmm. Now, I come from a culture, a background where, my dad never even let me step into the bank. And when I got married, I made sure my husband did the same.
Okay.
And I would believe that's true for most other women I know, or, there are other women like there in the world that feel that, this is a privilege. We are fooled to believe that husbands or the men in the family taking care of finances is a privilege. Mm-hmm. And I thought that's how it was supposed to be. We're just, it's okay for us to be financially independent. I'm a millennial. I grew up, knowing that you have to be financially independent. But what financially independent meant at that time mm-hmm. was making money. We didn't understand that financially independent means that you need to learn about money. A life-changing event happened in my life that I would like to share, that one of my friend lost her husband. Now he was, my husband's age. The wife was almost my age. The daughter was almost my daughter's age. Mm-hmm. And after the demise of our very, very close friend, when I met the wife, she spoke to me about a paper that her husband had left with all the, bank names and codes. She had no idea about what money was sitting where, what investments were being made. And of course, my hat went out for her because she's a very good friend. But that moment was a life-changing moment for me because I realized, oh my God, I know nothing about money as well. And when Aki introduced this opportunity to us, to me especially, that's when I realized that, I didn't know anything about money, also about how simple it was. There is a taboo, like you said, or a myth that, when it comes to women, there's anything related to numbers or finances, we run miles away. Right. Because we think it's complicated, we think it's numbers, we think the men of the family are supposed to take care of it. But the more I learned, the more I realized how important it is. Now I am on a mission. I'm seriously on a mission that every woman I know, every person I know, everybody I know, I want to teach them how important it is that they know how to manage their money.
Interesting. The market, there's obviously a lot of data that indicates that really women make most of the decisions when it comes to buying and things like that. But that's different than what you're talking about. Even
right.
though women do manage a lot of the money,
right.
there's a lot of a lack of financial literacy per se, and you were able to see that with an experience of a friend, and then you're like, this can't happen to me, and like me, there are these millions and millions of women out there doing this. So how much bigger would this opportunity? I mean, working for a Fortune 500 company like Google, you would say, I've got it made, right? This is my dream job. But then you change, and some of the reasons you've mentioned, obviously the financial industry impacting people's lives, but has this opportunity surpassed income-wise what you were making at Google, as an example?
Absolutely, Mauricio. And before just talking about income, I'd like to bring a point that when I got married and I had a daughter, for me at that moment, one of the most important factor was flexibility of hours. That is something I was looking. Of course, money, definitely. Anywhere I worked, I wanted to make money, but I needed desperately that flexibility of hours. Any entrepreneur or any businesswoman, I think, it's not that we only work 9 to 5 or we work less hours. Yeah. I think we work more hours than 9 to 5. That is 8 hours a day. I think entrepreneurs work 10, 12 hours a day. But what we have is the flexibility of which 12 hours or which 10 hours or which 14 hours we work. And I really needed that for my daughter, for my family, to be able to provide for them, to be able to be there for them. That was my priority. And what AGI gave me is this flexibility of hours. It gave me the flexibility or the power to decide how much I get paid. It's not like, I just get raise every year. I get to decide how much I make, and that is what I loved about this opportunity.
I love that message, because coming from someone who has 2 young kids and 1 on the way in the middle of the pandemic, being able to wake up in the morning and really spend time with them every single morning. Yeah. I know how important it is for dad. Imagine for moms. I mean, I think for both of them it's important, but I can see there's no price you can put on that. And I always be thankful for this great company as well, because it allows for that freedom. And that's, I think, what most people are looking for, the freedom. And there's so many different opportunities out there. I think nowadays all you have to do is go on social media and you'll see probably 50 opportunities in less than an hour. And you have those options as well. But then you chose HCI. There must have been a reason, or you must have seen something that made you decide that this was the bet to make, not the other opportunities. Can you be specific to that?
Absolutely. So what happens, Mauricio, when, in our general life, when we wake up every day in the morning, we, send our kids to school, especially for women, we make million arrangements, all so that we can go to work. Right. To get the financial independence that we in our head think that, okay, making money is being financially independent. We do all of that. But when I started coming to, some of the trainings or some of the meetings at AGI, and I learned that it's not about just us going to work. Our money needs to go to work for us. Mm-hmm. Also, we need to be in a position where we don't have to work for money. I've understood the real power of building wealth is passive income. And I was like, wow, this is something I want to explore, and this is something I want to learn for myself first, so that I understand how it works, and I want to go on this journey of real financial independence.
Well, I can see that you are excited about what you are doing, you're passionate about what you're doing, and I don't know if there's a final message that you want to give to the audience, because people that are watching us right now are probably looking at maybe many opportunities out there. And is there something you want to tell them as to why they ought to choose this opportunity?
So I will just talk about myself and how this has changed, my life. AGI has given me a beautiful platform. I have learned so many things here. I've learned about numbers. I have learned about finances. I have learned about people. I have learned about leadership. I have learned about, keeping your people first. Mm-hmm. I have learned so many wonderful things. And when I first started this entrepreneurial journey, I joined as Shabnam Rupani. But what I'm most proud about is the 2.0 version that I've become in this journey. I've met incredible like-minded people in this journey. I've got an amazing income potential. I have the flexibility of the hours, which was very important for me. Everyone here, the vibe is good. People support each other. Women in particular empower each other. The vibe I carry from work, I carry home, which for me is very important. That vibe is good. So I get all of that. And I'm very excited about the journey ahead. And yeah.
Thank you for sharing. And for those of you that are looking at an opportunity, maybe specifically looking at the HCI opportunity as a vehicle to get you from where you are today financially to where you want to go, I want to invite you to contact the person who shared this interview, this testimonial with you. So they'll be able to answer any questions you may have, and hopefully you'll join this great family, then we can grow together. Shabnam Rupani, thank you once again.
Thank you
for
so
sharing.
much.
Bye-bye, everybody.